It's the Blathering Live episode 300. That's right. 300 episodes, and we're not celebrating it. Maybe we'll celebrate at 500. That seems like important. Once I started going multi-shows per week, 300's dropping a bucket. James Holmes, channel member for 19 months, says, if I had my way, you wouldn't be banned from the UK. Yeah, there's some folks getting banned from the UK. I saw that there. Hey, everybody. Regulars checking on into the live viewing party, but some of you might be watching or listening later. If you're watching later on YouTube, leave us a watch later crew comment so we know that you're there. If you're on the podcast feed, well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. We have a fun Monday show. I don't think we have a ton to get to today, though the world is kind of crazy, as always. We're going to focus on the weird little things in our own little weird corners. We celebrate episode 300. Some things on the docket tonight. We're going to talk more about the voicemail. We're not playing any voicemails, but we are going to promo that again to get people to call in to the voicemail box. Producer Steve will be here. About that. We're also going to take calls for advice. Do you need advice? Well, Steve's going to tell us a story of near violence. So that's on the docket tonight. Got some sponsors to talk about. Talk about Freedom 250, all the people dropping out, and who should play it, and just, what are we doing here, people? And I want to start the show off by saying, too, happy Pride Month. June is Pride Month, and that month is born out of events that are pretty painful, and it's been turned into something else. And I love that, claiming the day, claiming the story, claiming the month. And I absolutely stand by all those who celebrate Pride, all those in the queer community, all those allies. This is a show that stands with all humans and their rights, and also the right to have fun. I'm actually heading, tonight might not be a super long show, because I'm heading to a drag show tonight in West Hollywood for a birthday party. It's kind of a yearly event. We all go to a club down there in West Hollywood and have a great time. And, last year, the bartender there, I think he might have been flirting with me a little bit, and I got some strong drinks. This year, I don't need that to be the case. I'm going, with my wonderful date. But, if it helps get some strong drinks, we'll see what's going on. But there you go. This is the way, says JMB. Love is love. Detective McCarcel, we agree with that. And Janet, watching live on YouTube here, says Happy Pride, and we endorse that as well. Got some folks checking in for the first time. Well, Boop's swinging through. Boop can't stay, but I'm dropping in. Give each and every one of you a little kiss on the forehead. Happy Pride, beautiful people. Thank you, Coop. We appreciate that. And we have Corey's here watching live again for the first time in a bit. We're happy to have you here. So let's bring in producer Steve and see what we got going on in the world. How are you, my friend? And how do we find you today on this 300th episode of the Blathering Live?
Yeah, I'm to be found, Ken. It's a hell of a Monday, man. Today, Mondayed the hell out of Mondays. I'll put it that way, and we'll get to that story later. But I don't really know what the hell happened in the world today, Ken. I was busy all day. I was like nose into the notebook, working hard like a good little capitalist today. So I didn't. I checked my phone like maybe once every 2 hours to make sure the missiles haven't been launched. But other than that,
that's fair.
I don't know what I saw some NFL trades. That was the only news I saw today.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that. A little Blathering Sports Desk, which is still a thing we have around here. Don't you forget. Yeah, I'm with you, too. I really busy today. Didn't have Force Center today. We had a schedule change, so I'm doing that tomorrow. And I was like, I got a Monday. Let's dig in. Let's, like you said, good little capitalist. Set my alarm early. Snooze past that by about 45 minutes, but got up. Really productive, so head down. But I did go to the post office box because I sold that bobblehead from the Dodger game Friday night. Sold it Saturday morning, put it up. I was like, I guess I should do it. Boom, within minutes, sold it. So I had to mail it out today. And I remember last time I went to the mailbox, I was telling people we had that guy with the confused about gender, go milk a bull shirt with the American flag on it. So I'm always ready for some sort of fight in the post office. Not that I'm going to get in a fight or going to be, you just... I literally one time in the Granada Hills post office, North LA Valley, there was that definition of going postal. I kind of saw happen with one of the employees, just lost it and started yelling at his supervisor in front of all of us. And I was just like, this is what they mean. This is what they mean. So I'm always tense. Guy next to me, Steve, how we try to be careful with our words here. We try to not prejudge anybody. We don't want that. We don't want that for us. We don't want that for our friends. We don't want to even do that towards other folks, right? You see a Cybertruck, you might assume who they voted for, but maybe but that's not necessarily right. Let's be honest about that. Not every Tesla is someone who supports Elon anymore. We got to be the guy next to me. I was like, oh no, this guy definitely has a thin blue line flag somewhere. He definitely has something that I don't agree with. And the line was a little long, and I was getting tense because he had some questionable tattoos that maybe he should, run for office in Maine or something. And I was like trying to distract. So he kept looking at me like trying to get an ally in the this line is long shit type of stuff.
Oh, God. I
just doing the.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I grabbed my news app and I was just like, and I just started reading all the anti-Trump news I could find to see if he could see it. Nothing happened, and he was actually very nice to the post office clerk, so maybe I was the asshole.
Good. Yeah, dude, man, there's nothing worse than the person who's like trying to like peer pressure you into hey, let's shit on the service industry people that are just trying to do their job, like, and whatever issue it is that we're all facing probably has nothing to do with their own personal decisions. That's never fun. I don't want leave me alone, man. I'm not standing here in line to be an ally with you.
Also, I just realized a big mistake I made. Steve, do you see the mistake? You have the back end here. Because Wiley Todd just said, hey, are there calls tonight? I was like, yeah, there's calls tonight. And he's like, the link's not working. I set tonight's show up in the Thursday studio.
Oh, that's why I had to scroll down further to click on it. Is that what it is? Okay.
So if you want to call in tonight, use the Thursday link.
I would love to know if if we peek into like the actual Monday studio and Jared is just sitting there like in the corner of his room like folding laundry, just thinking he got in early and just didn't hear anything. You know
no shows going on.
Could be. Exactly.
Someone wake up Jared the TIE Pilot. God, my studio got really hot today. Anyway, so I apologize for that. Yeah, Thursday link. I do want you all to call in. Maybe Wiley could give us an update. We can get some advice going in there as well. Let's talk a little bit. There we go. Now we got some folks calling in. My bad. I tried to get ahead of it. I made this link early yesterday, and turns out I got behind it. I got a bit something, Steve, about this Freedom 250 festival near the National Mall. Right, 3, 4, 5 was it 5 days of something of like an America Mid-State Fair. Just come on down, get your face painted, get a little snack, get a bag of kettle corn, and celebrate America. I hadn't paid attention to it much over the last year or so that this has come up, and I didn't believe a lot of it. Like when it first came out that, there's going to be a UFC fight here, I was like, that's great satire, but I know that's not going to happen. But Steve, it's apparently still going to happen.
Oh yeah, the UFC fight's gonna happen. I have pictures of it on my phone, Ken, of the construction from when I was in DC last week. I drove right by the monstrosity being built. It looks like a giant version of like Doc Ock, like a statue of Doc Ock, because there's just these like archy like structures going down. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was weird. And then all the construction, of course, on the East Wing. But yeah, though that's totally happening, and the word around town is that all of the active duty, or I guess I don't know if they're active duty, but the military folks stationed around here are like, hey, guess what you're doing that day? You're going to go watch a UFC fight and stand on the lawn to make sure that everything looks like crowded and everything. So it's a whole shit show.
Yeah. We need to prime some tickets. That happens at comedy shows for a while. We hand out some free tickets on the street, and then these folks are like, we don't even know what we're here for. Like, who are you? Like, it doesn't work. And we're going to talk actually more about this on Culture, Faith, and Politics tomorrow with Pat Conkey. That's going to be one of the things we discuss. And we'll get into it here with some of the musical artists that have dropped out and those that have not dropped out. And the kind of the story behind that. We'll talk about that here. And if you guys out there want to audition, I was going to try to make people call in, Steve, and audition, maybe sing a song. So if you want to do that, and then also, if you have if you have a suggestion of who should play, list it here, please.
Yeah, let's program direct the 250 celebration. I always associate, Ken, the 200th anniversary of America, the bicentennial,
Yeah.
with the movie Dazed and Confused.
Mm.
Because it like takes place, like the plot of the movie I think is around like that whole celebration happening, right? So I just imagine some poor kids like 30 years from now growing up in a time where like a movie about their formative years is around this celebration, and like and the shit show of like, you know, maybe there's a group of kids that go to the National Mall on the UFC day and shit,
That's a great
havoc
story.
wreaks and all sorts of stuff. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's a chance for a sequel.
You should write that treatment now for a film. Get that option. Get that made, because you're absolutely right. That kind of is in that weird thing too of, you know, of like, you know, if Raiders of the Lost Ark was made in today's year, it would be about 1983, and you're like, your mind just implodes. But I think you're right. I think you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Janet Cooper says it reminds me of the Roman Colosseum and gladiators fighting for Caesar. Yeah. That's that's great, Janet. Yeah, and the thing is, I didn't pay attention to it. As I told you, I don't like parades and festival type stuff anyways. I'm just kind of a curmudge on that kind of stuff. So, you know, yay, a sparkler, whatever you're going to be. It's not that I'm like trampling on our 25th or 250th birthday, but, you know, that's hard for me to do with full heart, we'll say, based on not just current events, but history as well. But I truly do love this country. And I truly do love what we still could be if we could just get there. I don't think we've gotten there in 250 years. I'll be one of those naive sad saps that says we could still reach for a higher standard. But this ain't it, Steve. This is fitting, though, for this administration and the country that we're in the shape we're in right now, right? A little festival with face painting and cotton candy. That's all we get.
Yeah, no, face painting and cotton candy, what I think would be an improvement on what we're being threatened with, which is Trump just yelling at all of us for like 3 hours, and doing a rally, right? So I think that's what we're going to end up getting, instead of Milli Vanilli, Vanilla Ice, and Flow Rida, which, you know, damn. But it's something. I mean, I don't like it because traffic around here is gonna be terrible for the next like 2 weeks, I'm sure, if people actually show up to this thing, and there's a bunch of like logistical hell going on. But yeah, no, I mean, you're right. It is harder to be super patriotic right now. I mean, I still find the joys in those things just by trying to be glass half full.
Yeah,
but that's harder and harder these days, Ken. It's harder and harder.
It's harder. And if anyone out there was to say, hey, like, it's always been harder. Yeah, that's what we're acknowledging here. But, you know, it's like, this is it. Like, look, by the way, I'm not saying that the Biden administration would have done something better, but there would have been cooler artists if Harris had won, and this is what there'd be cooler artists. We'd get the boss. I know the boss has his own concert going. But the Freedom 250 today announced the first wave of participants, performers, speakers, and featured activations for the Great American State Fair. Oh my gosh. June 20. I didn't know. I said 5 or 6 days. Oh my God. 16 days, Steve?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like longer than Woodstock or like actual like or like Burning Man. I don't know. How long are music festivals? Aren't they like weeks long? Like don't they sit out there in the desert for a long time? Oh, 4 or 5 days.
I think the Fire Festival is still going.
Oh, well, that's, money grifts are another story.
And so I'm reading. It's funny. I'm reading the press release on May 27th from Freedom 250, and they put this out not knowing the carnage that would soon happen. Martina McBride, CNC Music Factory, which has some issues over who actually sang some of the songs and who owns the rights. There's like 2 CNC Music Factories. Vanilla Ice, who's still in it, who's like, this ain't about politics, baby. It's about America. That you showed your politics there. Milli Vanilli. But remember, one of them passed away, and all of them didn't sing on the record, but they've kind of still gone up. But there's also the original voices behind Milli Vanilli, Steve, formed a band called Milli Vanilli. So there's a lot of fighting going on right now. Young MC,
I learned that for the first time. I thought that was just a person, but yeah, continue.
Yeah. Then, sorry, my landlord's texting me right now. I'm like, do I have a house? Okay. Commodores, Morris Day in the Time, Flow Rida, like I said, Bret Michaels. And all of them dropped out. And the fact, I think it was Martina McBride and some others that said it really well, that, and this just ties into the pathetic nature of this event, like really of like, it was, and actually, let me ask you this. So these artists, and I'm not here to make fun of them versus where they are now on the star ladder versus where they were. I get it, right? You rise to the top and you have your day and you go back down. I got no jokes about that. But to hear these artists be like, I thought it was a nonpartisan event to just celebrate America. That's a good excuse. And I'm not saying they all signed up knowing and were like, oh, now they're like this. But what do you make of that? Do you take that on faith level?
My theory on this, Ken, is Morris Day and the Time is the one that disappointed me the most. Just as a big Jay and Silent Bob fan, but I think they all went into it with like a herd mentality thing, because these things are all like, okay. First of all, I swear to God, I honest to God, Ken, until 80 seconds ago, I thought Milli Vanilli was like a person, like Millie first name last name Vanilli. Anyway, right. I thought like their PR agents all just got together and was like, okay, is Millie going? Is Vanilla Ice going? Is Martina going? Like they all kind of got together as like a collective herd immunity and was like, okay, if 20 of us put our name on this thing, we won't get the like blowback for it. If right. Whereas if like just Kid Rock shows up or just Vanilla Ice shows up, they're gonna like rip them apart for it. But if it's like a collective of us, people will look at it like, oh, they're doing it for the better of the country. It's not like a Carrie Underwood singing the national anthem pro bono or anything like that.
Right. Ethan sides with Martina McBride. He says he's going to try. He says he thinks she was truthful. Thought it was a bipartisan thing. I used to like her and her music. And I think that's, I like Morris Day and the Time. But it was a weird list. And again, everyone, they're not top A list stars. I get that now. But I don't think the Trump administration would currently get any A-list tops. I don't think any Republican administration would get A-list top stars. It's just kind of the history of, unless maybe the 1950s or 60s. Maybe did Nixon throw a party? I don't know. Maybe Gerald Ford in 76. But it's just artists don't tend to.
Kevin Sorbo, you don't want to see him up there doing.
He's insane. Anyway, so happy birthday, us, Steve. Happy
birthday, America.
I do love.
We got a month.
Yeah, I do love that. Even Dana White has said, I visited the site and there's these like horrendous gnats that are gonna go towards our claw lights, and the whole fight's gonna be covered in gnats. Like, you're a local, Steve. What do you expect from the weather?
I could have told you that. You just could have said, "Hey, go outside and stand in the shade," and then you instantly just, if you're not wearing a bug net, it's like you're just gonna be you're gonna inhale, probably, I don't know, an ounce of gnats per hour, maybe, just by breathing. It's not fun. So and I mean. Now, here's the thing, Ken. This is the same crowd that was marching on Charlottesville will probably be here as well. Yeah. So if they brought their tiki torches, there should be enough tiki torch aura around in the smoke to kind of kill off the gnats. I'm thinking that's what Dana or Stephen Miller's going to tell them. They're going to tell everyone, hey, everyone, bring your tiki torches from last time. You're going to need them for the event because it's going to be icky. Yeah,
they're going to put out a memo. If you're attending the Freedom 250 rally, please wear your white polo shirt, bring a lit torch, and put on a white mask with holes where the eyes are. Just come on down. Help us clear the gnats. That's all you're doing. That's all you're representing.
Don't forget the boat shoes. But yes.
Boat shoes. Gotta have the boat shoes. Gotta have the boat shoes. We're going to take a call from Wiley Todd, who says he's willing to audition to sing for us. And then we'll get maybe an update on his situation that we always check in on Advice Monday. We got a story from Steve on the other side of this stuff too here. But as always, want to remind you some of the sponsors of the show are people whose art and creativity I approve of. All through May, the shows were brought to us by Phil Svitek and the crew. The Arbiters, I'm still going to be highlighting them. There's still links down below to support the project. Join the journey. Help this 2D animated film in progress reach the finish line. They got like a journal, updates. You can help them make this movie. Also, my buddy Aaron Alexievich's latest graphic novel and comic from, he's the Invader Zim character designer. Shock City Punks. Aaron and his wife Amy were at the Monsterpalooza Con and this weekend in Pasadena. I didn't get a chance to see them, but I know they had some folks run into them who were like, hey, I saw your thing on the Blathering, and that was cool. And also want to highlight the trilogy of books from our buddy Adam Knight, who's often in chat here, saying nice things. You can find this wherever you get your books. It's his Overdrive series. It's also available on Kindle. You can get the audio version. Is that true? Or no, Kindle. Yeah, that's right. You can get the electronic version on Kindle. Maybe we should crowdfund audio version and have Adam read his own books. But check out his books, starting with Cowboy Ending, which is book 1 of the Overdrive series. Those are sponsors of tonight's show. Steve, you want someone to sing to us?
Sure. People can serenade me. I'll read stuff for money, Ken. I'll read anything for money. You just put a script in front of me. I'm like Ron Burgundy. Just like I'm happy to do that. You know any voice acting people? Let's get into voice acting. Let's do that.
I know a ton. I know a ton of voice acting people. I was trying to get into it last year until my life fell apart and I couldn't afford the demo that I needed to get in. Yeah, absolutely. You know, maybe we can do it at the Blathering community if Adam Knight will let us. We'll have to hire a producer, Steve, to do this for us. But we all take a chapter. Here in the Kingsport Cal has one chapter. You have a chapter. Addie has a chapter. I think we can work that out.
Okay,
I think that'd be good.
I dig it. Man, that'd be great. Yeah, the Blathering real long. Okay, I like it.
Serenade
us, Wiley.
Wiley, how you doing, my friend?
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry, maybe I didn't bring you in. Yep.
Yeah. Well, first of all, congrats on 300 episodes of the Blathering.
Thank you. It's been a long journey.
Very exciting.
Painful journey to get here.
Hey, but it's been an impactful one. That's why Advice Mondays exist, right? How are you both doing, first and foremost?
If I get my camera right, I'm good. You know what? Productive Monday, and I had 2 corn dogs for lunch. It was a good day.
Corn dogs are great. Very jealous.
Yeah.
I didn't even have lunch today. Work got so busy.
Well, yeah. Oh, both of you haven't eaten? What do you get?
Yeah. It's a bad Monday, Ken. I told you.
Yeah, what are you going to have for dinner when you're done with this, Steve?
I already had dinner. It's 8 o'clock where I live, Ken. I already ate dinner.
I have dinner at about 9:30 every night, right before I sit down for
9. You have dinner at 9:30? What do you live in Madrid?
Because I do this. Because I do this show during dinner. This is
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is dinner time, Ken.
Yeah, but then after this show, I go do a little workout, take Franny for a walk, and go a little workout. And when I'm done with that, I sit down and have dinner. No.
What do you have after having 2 corn dogs? Like, what is there any logic to what you're having for dinner at that point, or are you just going?
No, it depends. You know, if I'm not super hungry, I might make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, maybe some microwave mac and cheese. If I'm kind of, I'll make some orange chicken and rice or something. If I got some big entree items, you know, corn dogs, mostly a lunch item for me. But sometimes beggars can't be choosers.
Well, I like to give like updates, reports because it is Advice Monday. So last week, we had a conversation, Ken, and it was about how I've never been in a relationship before. And you said that, yeah, it took you a while to get there too. And the thing is when something for me as a person, I like to have perspective from other people, and it usually helps me. So I've been thinking about you a lot, Ken, this week.
Thank you.
And that really did help me. So I think some great advice last week for sure.
See, Steve judges my advice, but it was good.
Track record speaks for itself.
Yeah,
resume. It's not just cherry pick.
True. Well, that's great, Wiley. That's good. That's good. So where are we at now?
Where we at now? Still the same old.
It's only been a week.
And stuff.
It's only been a week. I get
but
that.
It does help with perspective. So I don't have any conundrum this week, but I would love to know from both of you, because it is the 300th episode. What are some lessons that you both have learned from the Blathering that's helped you in your personal life?
From the Blathering that's helped me. Yeah. Steve, do you have one on top of mind? I'll let you go first.
Well, aside from learning today that Milli Vanilli is a band and not a person, that's just good stuff to know.
Yeah.
No, I think I don't think there's like a one specific thing. I mean, all the science segments with Addie have certainly taught me things and helped give me some perspective, but I don't think there's ever been like some revelatory thing. Yeah. I think it's more that just the idea that a community like this could like exist in 2026 in the hellhole that is our world gives me a little bit of hope and a little bit of light, and that's what I take from it.
I didn't just put on the Schumer glasses for a bit. I'm trying to read. I'm trying to read the comments. That's how bad it's getting from here. Everything looks blurry. That's not good because I have contacts in. That's a great answer, and the community is very important. And I think that's one of the things that I have taken to heart. I don't know how to exactly apply that to the, well, no, it is. I know how to apply it to the rest of my life, but like show up for the people that show up for you. Like, I have at times been frustrated with where some of my career is, where some of my career went, or I have bad stand-up shows where not a lot of people show up, and I think it's okay and it's easy to complain about that stuff. But there's always been this thing in my head of like, but I don't care if you have 2 people listening. I don't care if you have 1 person listening to your podcast. Show up for them, invest in them, be there for them, and then it will grow. The Blathering is a hard show to market because it is truly a community-based show. And once I kind of clicked in on like, you know what, let's focus on who's here. Let's focus on who's investing with me now. I hope I get a lot more viewers. I hope I find a way to market this show. But I will always value the community that showed up for me when others weren't. Now, I would like a lot of those other, bandwagon jumpers to come on to the show. Let's keep doing that. And the other thing in alignment with that is, Wiley, that I learned that is also about life, is my own life, is a little bit of work ethic, meaning I've always had a good work ethic, but it's been scattershot a little bit because of my brain that I'm dealing with in different ways now. But actually, intentionality is the thing. The intentionality of I am committing to doing this show. I'll move it around when I have to. There's a chance I have to move it around on a Thursday later this month because an event I might want to go to. There's some days you just don't feel like it. Okay, that's fine. But it's no longer like, when I'm bored, I'll do the Blathering. Or, I guess I'll do one this week. This is what I do. I have committed to that, and I'm approaching this channel or anything I do with a stronger sense of intentionality. And that's one thing that I've learned from where the Blathering started as the ramble for 3 episodes to where it is now. So there you go. Wiley, great question, and I hope we answered sufficiently.
You did, for sure. And now on to the audition here.
Yes, please.
So what type of music do you think would be playing here? Like, we got to be like, if it's an audition, it has to be, is it like an American Idol situation where they have a list of songs you can only choose? Or is this more so like, go for it, swing for the fences? Like, what are we talking here? Like, what are we thinking?
Steve, where do you go? What do you want him to sing?
I didn't know American Idol gave you a list. I figured they just showed up and like the dude sang like She Bangs because he thought it was a banger. I didn't know it was like on the list.
That's good. Right? That's a good point. I didn't know that either. Yeah. Now I think about it. I mean, some good patriotic rock songs or some country rock songs.
Yeah, I would have gone country first. That was my first thought, was some country twang.
Okay. I hate country. We're talking about like a Kid Rock vein. Is this where we're going? Like where?
But could you do? Here. I want some classical.
What about American Pie?
I could do that.
I watched a documentary about that song actually not too long ago.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Here's what I don't know how this song goes. Okay, but Wiley, I'm gonna provide you some sheet music here in the private chat.
I do work in the music industry, so I should know.
That's coming in. The format's broken on that.
Good point. Born in the USA is a good one.
Yeah, Born in the USA. Could you do like a proper version of the lyrics to Kid Rock's 1998 classic Cowboy?
It's from the internet, Ken?
It's in the private chat, but I noticed, I might have to break it up. Let me break it up by verse, and we'll take it. Maybe we can get to the chorus there. Sorry about that. I put it in chat.
You're fine.
Put it in the private chat. Did you see it? Do you got it? Do you need a moment?
I see it. Yeah.
Sorry, this is annoying. I know.
Okay. Like a link or something? Like, Christ.
Well, Okay, there you go. That's the chorus.
Okay.
All right. See if you can try that.
Okay. We're gonna do like a more style tempo. We're gonna kind of do like a slow version of this song. This is usually that very hyper, Yeah. We want one more of a ballad, right?
Absolutely. I want you to make it your own. Auditioning for Freedom.
You're selling this to America, Wiley.
Yeah. Exactly. Good point, Steve.
Got it.
Auditioning for Freedom 250 is Wiley Todd.
Okay. Wait. First of all, who's the Simon Cowell? Who's the Randy Jackson? Or is one of you Paula Abdul? Where are we going with this? Like what?
Well, neither of us allowed to be Randy Jackson.
Okay.
Get ahead of that one.
Calvin's our Randy Jackson in chat.
Got it. Okay. Well, I already have one vote.
I'm drinking wine already, so I'll be
Paula. Okay, I'm
you're Paula. Got it.
I got the black T-shirt. I'm Simon Cowell.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we go.
that makes
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
I'm walking in. I'm walking into the room.
Okay.
I'm Wiley, and I'm here auditioning for this event, and I'm going to do a slow tempo version of "Cowboy" by Kid Rock. Okay.
Here we go.
Well, I'm packing up my game and I'm heading out west where real women come equipped with scripts and fake breasts find a nest in the hills, chill like Flint by old drop top. I'm not saying that word. From a spot to then I'm a kid, rock it up and down the block with a bottle of scotch with a whole lot of crotch. Buy a yacht with a flying sane showing the most. Then rock that bitch up down the coast. Give a toast to the sun drink with the stars going through and mix and get tossed out of bars. While I'm picking up my game and I'm heading out west where real women equipped with scripts and fake breasts find a nest in the hills, chill like fly, buy a old drop top, find a spot to a word. Then I'm kicking. Then I'm
good. You good. You hit it all. We could add it in. Cowboy baby.
I want to
top
be a
let back
cowboy.
and the sunshine shining. Cowboy baby. Beautiful. Wiley Todd, great audition for Freedom.
I need my score. I need my score from the judges here. What are we feeling?
Yeah. Let's see. Wait for Kingsport Cal. Ethan says, no, Brady's just learned that those are the actual lyrics. They are. JMV says it's like Shatner's spoken word album. Oh, that'd be good.
Oh, Lucy in the Sky. Oh,
Cowboy baby with the top let back and the sunshine shining. Cowboy baby.
It's
right
hard
at
to
night because I
do,
sleep all day.
Tempo, you know.
Yeah. So, Steve, what do you think there?
Wiley, it's a good thing that you're in the music industry already because it means that this won't hurt as bad because you know the truths and everything. So when people say stick with your day job, it doesn't. The sting I don't think should come off as much as if you were a waiter at Chili's. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
But what I mean is I think you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Our second judge has come forth and said, Kingsport Cal says Wiley works behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Look, I would have let you pass, Wiley. I think you got to the essence of the song. I think you found the soul of the song. And I think with some work, it could have really been an absolute perfect fit for Freedom 250. But unfortunately, with outvoted 2-1, you are not going on to DC.
And you know what? I think I could speak for all of us. I think that's a great thing I didn't get accepted to this, and I'll move on with my career.
Well, that's good. Awesome. Well, Wiley Todd, we appreciate it, and I appreciate you going all out for the show.
You know what? Always for the Blathering, always for you guys. Love this place.
Love it.
Yeah,
love it.
That was for you. That was for you, Cal. That was for you.
And you tell those wangers I miss them.
I will.
All right. Wiley Todd, check it in there. We're going to play FMK with JMB, but first we're going to take a call here from Alan Smithy. I wonder if he's auditioning or if he's got something to say about that audition. Alan, how you doing, my friend?
I am doing great, and I actually was setting up my computer while Wiley was singing, so I missed it. Darn it!
That's go watch it on replay, and you'll be moved just as much as we were.
I am sure it was quality, but yes, I am here to sing. And I would sing a song that has nothing to do with Freedom 250. I can't sing it wackadoo, vanilla. I sing Ice Ice Baby, but that's not really like a sing song. That's more just a rap.
That is that's an experience, is what that is.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah, that's right. What's that guy's name? Van Winkle?
Rob Van Winkle, I think.
Yeah. So is he related to Rip Van Winkle? Is what we need to know. Yeah.
It's in the family line. Probably.
There you go.
We'll check.
There can't be that many Van Winkles. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of Smiths, but how many Van
Winkles? Yeah.
Well, Rip slept through all his best, breeding years. So he didn't actually get anything until he was an old man, and then he was shooting blank.
The line was weak. Yeah, you're right about that. Well, Alan, what's the call? Need some advice? What's your general open forum? What do you got?
And I'm sorry, Ken, I am freezing a little bit here. That's what I was worried about. Am I back? Okay, I'm back.
You're back, baby. You're back. What's on your mind?
I was going to tell a quick story. It has absolutely to do with this.
Okay.
Because I sometimes I try to go on a show and my computer freezes. And one time I was doing this hangout. It was a part of Harloff's Patreon, right? It was hang out with one of us. So I was going to hang out with Brett. You know Brett?
Brett Sheridan. Love him.
So I'm there and I'm trying to get on. And I get on, and the point of the story is, as soon as I get on, I freeze. So I'm like screwed up. But when I got on, it was Katie Sackhoff.
Oh.
And I was like, is this a picture of Katie Sackhoff? Is this like a video of her as I'm freezing? And then I went on, and it's Katie. They pranked me. Katie Sackhoff happened to be in Harloff's studio when I was calling in. So... But because I froze, she was like, "Oh well, bye," and it was just like,
Nikki. Okay.
But I did that thing you do when you meet people you love, where you read them their filmography. You know how you see, and you're like, "Here's your filmography," and I'm like, "I love Longmire, I love Battlestar Galactica, I love the Clone War," and I just started naming shit that she's been in, and I'm sure that's annoying as hell to people, but whatever.
You know, I don't know if it is or not. You know, like. I don't have that level of success or fame, but when I run into someone and they're like, "Hey, loved you on the thing," like when I was at the movie screening for Mandalorian Grogu, and the guy was like, Schmodown. He didn't remember my name, but he like that. You know, that's nice. I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, I don't think it's a bad thing. I get what you're saying because you know film and TV very well. That's one thing you do. It's your line of work. Like, so you want to be able to not impress them, but be like, "Hey, I'm not some random fan. I really appreciate your work." So I understand. I think sometimes you might focus on something that's not discussed as much, right?
Sure.
That might be Frank Oz talking about Dirty Rotten Scoundrels or something like that.
Oh, one of my favorite movies right there. Whew.
Indeed.
That is a classic film. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah. So what happened? Who did this cut you loose? What happened?
No, well, she at least said, "Oh, well, nice to meet you. Bye." And I got to hang out with Brett. Then I got to hang out with Brett. So, you know.
Yeah, that's nice. I like Brett. I like them both. I've hung out with both of them. So
all right.
Both sweet people. Well,
see, to me, Katie Sackhoff is huge. To you, you're like in the world. You're in that world. So I'm sure you've met George Lucas and all those guys.
I pushed past him. We brushed shoulders at the Grove once. I didn't say anything to him. No, look, there's some folks I'm around. Yeah, there's some folks around. I go hang out every once in a while with an Oscar-winning film composer and his group of people, and that's really cool. It's not the real world for me, but it's their real world, and it's not like we're not going to like fancy parties. It's just like a hang. But like Katie, I'll tell you what, I really love Katie Sackhoff. She's spectacular. She is so real. Big fan of Bo-Katan. When I first met her, I was intimidated when we were up at Universal City Walk, and Harloff and Ellis and her were meeting to kind of firm her up as the co-host for a while, and I was kind of new to the producer, coming on board, and absolutely, she's intimidating. She's got a presence about her. She's the energy is you can feel it 2 feet in front of her. So I get you.
Oh right. Yeah. I also want to compliment producer Steve on his white guy flesh-colored T-shirt that, if you didn't see the seams, you'd basically think he was topless right now. He just took the shirt off, and, it's one of those. It's matching pretty close.
I need to get out more. I got
maybe we could make a line of Jared the TIE Pilot T-shirts that are flesh-colored for whatever flesh you might have. I think that would work.
But it matches pretty well.
Proper lighting, it really is more like a clay purple color.
Yeah.
There you go.
I see that. I love that. All right, Alan, I appreciate you as always, man. Appreciate your support. And I want to thank you again for coming on out to the Star Wars comedy show the other day.
Oh, that was awesome. I always love to have an excuse to get out. I need more activities in my life. So thank you for doing the show.
No, I appreciate you sincerely coming out.
And Brady came and a couple other people. So they're worth like twice as many as they actually are. They were worth like 10 or 12 people right there. So awesome.
Brady's the best. Appreciate you, Mr. Smithy.
Well, wait a minute. Don't I get to audition?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What are you singing?
I was going to sing a David Bowie song.
Please.
All right.
All right.
So just go when I'm ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, auditioning for the Freedom 250 concert is Alan Smithy performing a selection from David Bowie. Take it away.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Wit and Gilly, and the Spiders from Mars. He played it left hand, but made it too far. Became the special man. Then we were Ziggy's band. Ziggy played for time. Oh, wait, that's the first part. Jimmy really sang, screwed up eyes and screwed down hairdo, like some cat from Japan. That line didn't age very well. He could lick them by smiling. He could leave them to hang. He came on so loaded, man, well hung in snow white tan.
This is great.
There you go. I just wanted to say the well hung line, just so people are like, "Hey, Smithy's well hung," and I'm like, "Yeah."
I was waiting for the God-given ass line, but I think that's great.
With God-given ass.
There it is. You got it. Will McLean, your winner. Our other third judge, Kingsport Cal, says you're in. Steve.
Okay.
Well, I'll go. I'll put the pressure on Steve. Alan, I'm going to go ahead and say you're on board. You're going to be at one of the maybe like the C stage, but you're going on to DC. Steve, any thoughts there?
Sure.
You're going to Hollywood. I mean DC, Alan, for sure.
Yes!
Welcome aboard.
Yes!
We're gonna fit you in right between Scotty Bao, Kevin Sorbo, and Rob Schneider's set. Rob Schneider's gonna be the MC to open you guys all up. So
yes. My favorite group of people to perform with, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
They're
All right.
talented.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, guys.
We appreciate you.
Love it. Love it.
Appreciate it. Alan Smithy, great audition. See, there you go. If you want to audition for Freedom 250, get in here. We'll get to our judge, Cal, in a second. We got a call from JMB. We're going to do another version of FMK that he unveiled over the weekend. Malcolm checking in, the obscure essayist. Hey, Ken and Steve, hope all is well. Since it's Advice Monday, what are the best and worst pieces of advice you've ever received? Anyone tell you NFTs are the way of the future or something like that? I did get some NFT advice, and I just didn't understand it. And therefore, what was the... I might even still have the app. Do you know the app where you could go buy NFTs?
I don't. I was not in the NFT game. I kind of saw that one. I want to say I saw that one coming a little bit and decided, no, I'm good.
OpenSea. I still have the app. OpenSea was where you could go buy NFTs and stuff. So I signed up because I was like, I'm going to make some money. I'm going to make some money. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So my ignorance kept me from investing and being even more of an ignorant person.
So you don't own a GIF of a monkey or anything like that? Okay.
I don't.
Good. Okay. Well,
so I know best and worst
advice. There was a sports thing. They try to do sports. They try to do like digital trading cards with NFTs. That never really went anywhere. Best and worst advice, though. I mean, I've told my story about the Bitcoin pizza. That's kind of related, but that wasn't really advice. That was just poor financial planning and trying to plan ahead. Best advice. This is one of those things you got to think about for a second. That's hard.
Because I want to give a snarky answer, but also I want to give a good answer, especially Malcolm. Give a generous super chat for that.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You got one?
I think I got one for bad advice. I think some of the worst advice. Oh yes, bad advice. And I've sort of told the story a little bit, but maybe not totally. But this is still the worst advice I ever got. My high school commencement speech. Or what I think it was commencement. One of the speeches they give you before graduation. The football coach for, at the time, the University of Virginia told us, Ken, the antelope that don't get eaten by the lion are the antelope that run towards the lion, not away from the lion. Run toward the roar, Ken, not away from it. That was the worst fucking advice I have ever gotten in my entire life. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. If I'm an antelope, I am running nowhere. No, what do you mean you get it? Jump into the jaws of death? What do you mean you get it?
What I take from it is, and I'm not saying it's great advice. It's definitely not clear advice. Because you're thinking exactly what you're thinking. Well, I'm going to die. But what's the first part of it? The antelope that survives is the antelope that runs to the line, not runs away, right?
Runs towards the roar.
You're running towards your problems. You're facing it head on. You're not turning tail and running. You know what I mean? Like, you're going towards it, and you're gonna. That's how you survive. You run towards that lion.
You know how you survive, Ken? You know where you are in the food chain. And as a prey animal, you don't run towards a lion. I feel like that's solid advice. Just
yeah,
period.
I see that.
Full stop.
Again, it's not a great metaphor, maybe, but I get it. I get it. You know,
that's got to be the worst advice ever.
Okay, it definitely is not phrased good. They did not. Yeah, I've imagined it on stage like, all right, okay, so you know how there's a lion. There's a lion right there. There's a lion. Okay, the antelopes that go that way, not good. Got to go that way.
You'll plug the gap.
You'll all be eaten. You'll all be eaten, but that you could survive. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I don't think he lasted at as the head coach for. I think he was only there for a few seasons.
Yes,
I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, that was your worst advice. Best advice do you have?
This is gonna sound corny, but be good. Be good to people. Be good to people. The best advice I ever got was like simply just be good to people. Like be patient and be good to people.
Yeah, I'm there with you. That's some of the best advice is just kind of, be kind to other people, and I'm pretty valued in green rooms of comedy clubs and all that kind of and generally, I think everyone likes me when they work with me. Not everyone. There's some people I was the boss to that they didn't like, and not everyone at Collider got along, and I know some people don't care for me as much as others. It happens. It happens. Sometimes you appear on a movie debate show and someone just has it kind of out for you and always has, and they take shots at you, But in general, when I leave the room, people are like, hey, that was an okay experience. And that was some good advice. I agree with that. And believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Taking chances. That's worst advice? I'm really trying to think of the worst advice. You know what? When I was less adept at talking to the ladies, hey, ladies, when I was trying to figure it out in my 20s, I had some men who were just like, you got to be aggressive. You just got to go right up to them. You don't take no for an answer. You got to be persistent. You just got to be aggressive. I don't think that was good advice. I don't think that worked.
I can't imagine that went well for you. I think the funny part about that statement is that that insinuates that now you're really good at talking to the ladies, right?
I mean,
just better.
I'm exclusively happy with one, so but the last 15 years were a great big turnaround from the first 25 or so.
Well, you know what they say about starting from zero and exponential increases and all that, right?
Thank you for the confidence. Let's take a call from. Thank you, Malcolm, for the question. We also got Scarlett was saying 2 best pieces of advice I got. Drive like everyone else is an idiot. Yeah. Be extra good to your school secretary and janitor. Both have served me well. Yeah. That's good too. Be nice to the folks. JMB Vulcan Nerd is on, and how you doing, my friend?
Hello, folks. How are you guys doing?
We're having a good day. I'm having a good Monday, and it's still going. So I appreciate that. What do you got for us? You got another round of bleep, marry, kill?
Yes. I have another round of boop, marry, kill.
Okay.
1999 edition.
Ooh.
I debated whether I should call this with a side piece or possibly an open relationship.
All right.
Hold on, quick question. We don't have to be in the 1999 version of ourselves, right? Because that might be a little problematic for your boy.
Yeah. No. Okay. This is when I say 1999. I mean that these are all films.
Films
from 1999.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
So
what do you got?
The first one we got is The Matrix.
Okay.
The second we got is The Mummy.
Okay.
The third is The Phantom Menace.
Okay.
And 4 as your, open relationship partner or.
Oh, I was gonna say, why is there a 4th? Okay. Yeah.
Is Office Space.
Oh.
Okay.
We were talking about 1999, the year in film, the other day. It was good. I like this because in Rochambeau, rock, paper, scissors, there's a rock, there's paper, and scissors. In my family, I was raised rock, paper, scissors, match. And I found out that was not the same rule in other houses. And I would play and I'd put out match and people were like, what? And match strikes rock and burns paper, but scissors can cut it. It's a pretty powerful choice. I understand what JMB's doing.
Does that not throw off? Okay, hold on. Can we examine the logistics of match really quick? So match match burns paper, but loses to rock and scissors.
No. It strikes rock. That counted as a win. That counted as a win, like you were striking rock and starting the fire.
Okay.
Years later, I'd look back and say that's a weak victory. But yeah. But then scissors would cut it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I was just starting to think of like, does this game work with three things? I thought the point of
it works with three.
I was gonna say like, there's a bottleneck somewhere. No, like one of these
fourth is not right.
Right. I was like, okay. I was okay.
But
okay.
I wasn't like it was how I was taught, and like I think that I've run into other people that had it as well. I don't know. Let's do a documentary on Rochambeau. Let's do a Blathering doc on Rochambeau. So
you showed up at the playground and did that, and these kids were like, "God damn it! It's one of these kids that does a fourth thing."
Yeah. What is this kid? Is this one of those Jehovah's Witness kids? Had a match to this. All right. So let's get back to JMB's excellent game here. This is bleep, marry, kill, open. Just kind of open dating relationship. The choices are from 1999: The Matrix, The Mummy, The Phantom Menace, and Office Space. I'm gonna fill out my answers here. Corey's got a right to celebrate his entire catalog. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Man, okay, this is tough. JMB. There's always like one or two decisions where you're like, I don't know if that would be the answer. Bleep, marry, kill, open. Some answers coming in here. All right, I am ready. Steve, if you're ready. Okay. So what's the best? Is it kill? We start with kill?
I guess. Actually, you know what? No, let's start side piece. Let's start side piece. Okay. What do you think, JMB?
My side piece would probably have to be The Mummy.
But we're starting with side piece. Okay, we're starting side piece.
Yeah, let's start side piece.
Okay, JMB's going Mummy. Okay, I'll list all four of mine. Open is Office Space because I really love it. I want to stay, in a long term with it, but it's, that should lead to other opportunities within the Mike Judge universe. So it's open. F, bleep, the old bop. I'm going with the Mummy. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Mummy series.
It's necrophilia.
I'm not a huge fan of Mummy series, but I like Brendan Fraser.
I thought that was fun.
Patricia Velasquez is great, and Rachel Weisz. Yeah. So we're gonna F the Mummy, and then it now comes down to marry and kill. And I think at this point you all see the choices pretty simple for me. Marry the Phantom Menace because I'd like to spend all my time and my long life with that film, and kill the Matrix because as of this moment I've still never seen the Matrix. Oh. That was amazing. Didn't take a breath from JMB. Sorry, JMB. Never seen it. It was because too many people told me it was better than Phantom Menace, and I was like, well, I'm staying loyal to the Phantom Menace.
This is why we can't have nice things in democracy, folks, because of tribalism just like that. So I am also going to have also going to have Office Space as my side piece. Office Space is a fun movie. You want to text it every so often, things that maybe you won't talk to other people about. Office Space understands you differently. You know what I mean? Like the Office Space just has that weird kind of vibe to it. You wouldn't bring Office Space home for dinner though.
That's a good point.
I'm going to marry. This is going to be surprising. I'm going to marry the Mummy.
Wow.
As big of a Star Wars fan as I am, and I love the Phantom Menace, I'm going to marry the Mummy. And the only part of that, here's the thing, Ken. In 1999, this movie had arguably three of the 7 most attractive people on the planet at the time. Between like Fraser, Weisz, and I'm forgetting her name at the time, but the
Patricia Velasquez.
That one, there you go, who played the goddess or whatever. So like I just think from that scenario, like I think of it as like a quadruple where I can just kind of go between any of the three of them as I choose. And then I'm going to also kill the Matrix, not because I don't like it, but because I don't like what the Matrix did to the world. I think the whole red blue pill thing just like broke a lot of people's brains, and the way that like Heath Ledger's Joker just kind of like put a screw loose to like a bunch of weird young guys in the 2000s.
Libertarian.
I don't like what the Matrix did to society.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad, but I think there's just the fringes of it just ruined the good stuff. And then I'm going to I'm gonna F the Phantom Menace. You know, that hair, Qui-Gon, I get it. It's my favorite fight choreography of the prequels.
There you go.
I think it's a good time, but you know, we can always, you know, if I'm married to something like The Mummy, you know, it's, you know, there's, I don't know. I feel like we can make it work. We're already in a quadruple kind of situation.
I like it. I like that. Okay, there you go, J&B. Those are our choices. Where do you go, J&B? You listed your open.
Well, I'm one of the people that does enjoy The Matrix a whole lot.
I'm not saying it's not good. I've never seen it.
Same.
Yeah. And I understand Steve's point, but you know, setting aside, you know, the unintended consequences of the film, I would probably marry Matrix or Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Which means then I would F the other. And then I would probably kill Office Space, which I enjoy.
Okay. You can leave it. Yeah. Okay. And what was your open again? Your open was
the open was The Mummy.
Okay. I think that's good. I think that's good. We got a lot of great answers in chat too. J&B, I think that's another winner of an FMK. FMKO.
FMKO, yes.
All right. Thank you, J&B.
Right. Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your evening.
We will. Good stuff. I love that. We got advice from Brady, and we got Kingsport Cal. Let's take Brady. Brady, excuse me, I have some heartburn. Brady, what do you got today? Brady. Oh, sorry. I've switched computers, and so I'm using my mouse instead of what normally I would use is I'm using the trackpad, not the mouse, and it's not registering as much today. So apologize for that. Brady, hi. What do you got?
Oh, good. Oh, I was just saying before I realized I wasn't on stage.
This is not advice. Okay.
Yeah, this is not advice, but this is just like a question, you know, something that happened recently. I was in a cafe as I was just, doing some work. And I was, after a couple hours, just doing my stuff. And then for some reason, I was hearing a lot of kiss noises, like a loud kiss noise.
Okay.
And it would happen like once every 30 seconds. And I was like, what is going on? And I looked to my left and there's this big family there. And the parents, there was just like every 30 seconds, they would just give each other a peck. And I was like, I appreciate the affection here, love, fantastic. But I don't know if it's wrong for me to feel like just every 30 seconds is a lie, isn't it?
This is kind of an advice question. Yeah, and you said there was a family, there was kids at the table?
Yeah, the parents.
How old were the kids?
The kids were young kids. I don't know, maybe like.
Hold on. I have questions. Hold on. Is it the adults kissing each other, the adults kissing the kids kissing their parents? Like who's like this is important.
The adults.
The adults kissing each other. Okay.
Yeah.
So the mom and dad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mom and dad. So, right? I guess I assumed too much there. Mom and dad. Right.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
That does factor into my
PDA.
Answer. Yeah.
So we're talking PDA. Okay. Because I thought you were just being like, oh, this family's like weirdly over affectionate. The little boy likes to kiss mommy on the mouth or something, and he's 3 years old, and people thought it was weird. I don't know.
So that's how it is in that family. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. So is your question about PDA overall, or just that situation?
I mean, I guess I can lead into overall, just for the nature of the conversation, but just the situation was very.
Let me ask you, Kyle Harlow's right. It was fine till the wait stuff comes. Let me ask you this. What kind of kissing? We're talking about every 30 seconds, a little smooch, a little honey smooch? Or are we talking lips connected, open?
Was there tongue? Was there tongue?
What kind of kissing, Brady?
Okay.
That's the line, right?
Yeah, it is.
To be honest, I was sitting next to them, and I did not want to look.
You didn't?
I did not want to be that weird guy just looking at this parents kissing.
Agree.
They were obviously busy, Brady. They weren't going to notice.
I will say it was very loud, loud. It was like there's smooching, and then there was like it sounds like you're in a studio and you can just hear it.
Yeah.
I think
And
it was just like a peck on the cheek or whatever.
See, okay, so yeah. See, this is where I'm going. Yeah. I understand you don't have the evidence, the complete list of evidence here. Every 30 seconds, mom and dad doing a smooch. That sound. But you're right. Outside of when you're doing it, there's nothing worse than kissing sounds. I agree with that. I'm okay with that a little bit. If there's family there, if they're just like, honey, I love you. What a life we've built for each other. Oh my God, look at this life we've built together with our kids and our jobs and our houses and our Starbucks coffee. Oh, let's get a pup cup for our dog to take home. They're just happy. I think it's when it's actual makeout sessions in public that I, number one, don't believe it, especially if it's a guy, girl. I don't ever really blame the girl, but I just think the guy's trying to prove something. It's always some sort of wannabe alpha trying to claim territory. It's just weird. It's not that no one wants that. It's just like, this is not what we do in a civilized society. And also as a former security officer and security director who has seen countless of people have sexual intercourse in parking lots and malls. I just don't like the idea of doing that kind of stuff in public because you never know who's not only watching, but you never know who has the tape of it.
Oh, God.
Steve?
Well, as someone who's, you know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence. I think the dad, if it's the dad like kissing the mom every minute, 30 seconds, and they're at dinner and mom and dad have been winding it up for an hour, you know what I mean? And maybe grandma or auntie is driving home kind of thing. I think dad's just trying to I think dad's just kind of like laying the groundwork for the evening's proceedings. Okay. Yeah. You guys got to understand. I hope I can't say this too loud.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ballgame when you're married. And it doesn't even like, I know that's obvious, but I just mean like, you know how like when you were a kid, Ken, and you wanted to like go play at your friend's house and you would just like wake up and you'd go out on your bike and you just like knock on your friend's door at like 11:30 in the morning and you'd be like, hey, can little Timmy come out to play?
Right.
You have to plan ahead for these kinds of things now. Like I have to check my Outlook calendar to make sure I can get laid on a weekend. Like,
it's on
you know
the
what I
schedule.
mean?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I've heard
so
that.
It's like, so if daddy's just like, at dinner and he's, he knows like, hey, I got to like get, mommy in the mood a little bit, a couple pecks on the cheek at dinner time, make her like, look how lovely our family is, that kind of thing. Just, get the
I'm okay
nourishing kind of mood in the going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then, fair, but, I say play on.
And that, in the situation Brady's described, I am okay with it. That's what I think. As far as we know, right? If he had said every 5 seconds,
right. Child, if we're worried about child services kind of thing, that's a whole nother story. Yeah,
it's one of those me think you doth protest too much kind of things. Like me think you kiss too much because it's not a secure situation. Like I have a couple friends from my past that are like they're peacocks. You know what I mean? And if they're at a party, they're at a bar, and they're with their lady, they got every opportunity got to show you that she is his in that claim territory kind of way. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. A little PDA is fine for him. I don't retch immediately, but you can just tell when it's not sincere, I think. Or when they're 14 and you're just like, good luck with life, Good luck with life. Brady, good conversation started. Any other final thoughts, or do you want to sing a song and audition for Freedom 250?
Oh, I can sing a song, but I just want to ask another follow up first.
I love how willing everyone is to just come onto the show and sing.
That's great. I didn't think it would happen, but yeah. Okay, Brady. What else you got?
How is it if it's like on the third floor of the Barnes and Noble cafe?
If it's in the Barnes and Noble cafe,
yeah, the third floor, setting the floor setting, yeah.
What?
Wait, like having sex in the Barnes and Noble third floor cafe, or just
just the situation I was describing,
yeah.
On a list of 1 through 5 of weird places that Cal has had sexual intercourse, how high do you think a Barnes and Noble cafe is on the list?
I'm not trying to diminish Cal in any way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. I just don't think Barnes and Noble is a place that Cal wants to hang out in.
Wow.
Not because of like Cal's like intelligence or anything. I just think Cal. Listen, hear me out. I feel like I would more likely find Cal at like an FYE or like a, you know what I mean? Like a place.
Okay.
So, like a place where you can like listen to music or like they have like all of like the other like collectible kind of shit, but also like books and magazines and stuff. I just didn't see. I don't Cal.
Right, well, we'll hear what Cal has to say about that.
Maybe he likes books. Good for you, Cal.
Yeah, I look. A lot of people are turned on by books and literature and book readers. So Brady, maybe that's what's going on.
Yeah,
maybe that's how mom and dad met. They one day were in a cafe and, oh, are you reading blah blah blah? And oh yes, I am reading The Whale in the Wave. And next thing you know, blah blah blah. Kids,
Yep. From their kids, just telling them, hey, you can't get that book. Smooch.
Can't get that book. Yeah, can't get that book. Well, it's good stuff. All right. Brady, I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. And can I sing?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can sing. What are you going to sing? You have to name it.
Okay, first I had to ask, can I even sing this with copyright?
I don't care.
We're gonna be fine. Trust me.
You're gonna be fine. No one's hitting the notes.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. I'm gonna be singing a Beatles song.
Okay, singing the Beatles, auditioning for Freedom 250 is 8984M. Kyrie, Brady.
Yes.
That's who we won the war to get away from. What are you doing? Okay, whatever. Go ahead, Brady.
Flew in from Miami Beach, BUAC. Didn't get to bed last night. On the way, the paper bag was on my knee. Man, I had a dreadful flight. I'm back in the USSR. You don't know how lucky you are, boy. Back in the US, back in the US, back in the USSR.
Wow. That was spectacular. That was spectacular. I'm going to say yes, you're on to DC. Cal in chat, he says Brady is punk and moves to the next round. Steve, is it a clean sweep?
Absolutely, 100% clean sweep. That was a brave song and band choice, all things considered, but you nailed it.
Nailed it. Brady, good job. I'm glad we got that in there. Thank you for insisting on singing.
And thanks for allowing it.
All right. We're going to take Cal in a second, but a couple things on the chart here with producer Steve. We have the Blathering voicemail box set up. We played some on Saturday when I unveiled it. It might still be in Discord, find it there, but if you're a YouTube channel member, you'll find it in the community tab. If you're on Patreon, I did a post on it. I can't pin all the posts at once, so the call links are going to stay pinned. You might have to scroll a little bit or just kind of favorite it. You could favorite it. In your website zone saves thingy on Google and Firefox and Mozilla and Safari and Ask Jeeves and whatever you use. Yahoo! But that it's going great. We got another one. We're gonna definitely every Saturday or every silly Saturday, and maybe on Thursdays, unveil the voicemail box. If we get a lot of them, we have another one in the hopper. All you got to do, say you want to ask a question. Say you can't get to the live show. It's 2 a.m. and you're like, I have to ask Ken this on the Blathering. Call the voicemail box. I recommend shorter the better. 28 seconds seems to be the sweet spot. Ethan did that scientifically. He researched that. But if you got to go longer, you go longer, and we'll play it there. So that system's, I think, going to work out great, Stephen. I can't thank you enough for having it.
No, it's been a lot of fun. And if you go over 28 seconds, I'll just speed you up, and then you'll sound like a chipmunk. So we'll maybe that's what we'll do to fix that problem. But we're very excited about that. So I love that as a way for other people to call in and engage if you're scared, tech problems. Like Ken said, you're like, I have a take. I have to get it out now before I forget. Can't watch live. All that stuff.
All that stuff's there. Now, before we get to Cal to kind of close out the show here, you almost killed a man today.
Yeah, I almost beat the shit out of an old man today, Ken. Wow. I still have rage in my body as I think about this. I wanted to beat the living hell out of a crossing guard at my daughter's elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was technically hired as a crossing guard in the city of Burbank last summer, and I turned it down. Kind of wish I didn't. I need the $200 a week it was going to bring me. But so I never got to do it. So I'm curious of what happened, Steve.
Okay. So there's one crossing guard at my daughter's elementary school. Okay. This is not a big, giant thing. There's one crossing guard, 2-lane road, kids go across the street. It's a very simple endeavor. Okay.
One way. Is there 4 intersections? What is it?
No. I'm sorry. It's the one way and one the other way, right? Okay. So there's just 2 lines of cars. Okay. It's neighborhood street. This isn't nothing crazy. Okay? There's not even a light. All right.
Gotcha.
Now, Ken, if you're a crossing guard, you're wearing the high vis vest, and you step out into traffic and you put your hand up like this.
Yeah.
And you make eye contact with someone in a car.
The universal.
What does that mean to you? And when I say this for the audio listeners, I'm just putting my hand up next to my face, just so you can see all 5 of my fingers, just my open palm hand. What does that mean to you, Ken?
That would be the universal sign for stop.
Yeah, it does. It's also now if you were like passing someone on the road or passing someone on the sidewalk, and you were gonna like wave and say hello to them, what kind of gesture would you use, Ken?
You'd wave your hand, but start from the same point, right? Yeah.
Right. You'd show them the hand kind of thing. Right.
Okay.
So this crossing guard wants to wave to every single person.
He's jovial.
Every driver, every kid crossing the road, every person going up and down the sidewalk. And so every day I approach this guy, I'm like sweating fucking bullets because I'm like, is he waving me past? Is he waving little Timmy across the road? Is he waving the bus to come out of the bus loop onto the road? Is he telling me to stop? Because I get it wrong every fucking time because the dude waves and then I go and then I hear a whistle and all these soccer moms are staring at me like, why are you trying to kill my little kid? And all this like shit is happening. I'm like, because the crossing guard waved his hand. Like that is the universal symbol for go or hello or stop. No, I'm sorry. If you're crossing guard, stop fucking saying hi to everybody. Do your fucking job. Stay in the lane. Stay on task. If you put your hand up, it's because you're telling someone to stop.
Now, look, this guy's created a confusing situation. It is tense because I got an insane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-way, 7 if you can. I got a 6-way stop that I got to manage sometimes by me because there's a weird set of streets in Burbank. There's a running path and then 2 2-lane roads and then an intersection with 2 lanes that crosses. It's confusing. And the crossing, it's the amount of wrong way drivers that creates it's a mess. It's right by me. But our crossing guards here in Burbank have whistles, high vis, and stop signs. Does this man have a stop sign?
He's got 5 digits on each hand. He's got a couple of mitts, Ken. He doesn't have a stop sign. Not wave. Even if he had a stop sign, he'd be waving the damn thing like it was a freaking like he's at an auction, like trying to bid higher. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't know what the hell it says.
But I'm saying this to back your claim. I'm here to back your claim. I think you need to go to the next city council meeting and ask, can we get the 1875? Let's go to Amazon right now. I try not to use Amazon, but let's try to go.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of my car the next time and walk up to this man and be like, hey, stop fucking waving at me. Do your goddamn job. And like, you're going to get a child killed because you think you're being nice. This is like the people who like sit at a 4-way stop or whatever. And then they wave people across or like there's traffic and someone's trying to get over and they're like, oh no, you can go. It's like, no. No. You know what you want good advice, folks, on Advice Monday when you're driving? Be predictable. Don't assume everyone's an idiot. Don't be defensive. Don't be like this or that. Don't have an ego. Just be fucking predictable. All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I also think you're talking about I lost my train of thought there. Sorry. All right. So I can get right now a 2-pack, Steve, for $26.95 plus shipping, but I have Prime. I can get it tomorrow for free. And make some poor warehouse work.
Stop signs?
Work for stop signs, handheld stop signs.
$26?
I think you need to go to your local city council.
Yeah.
And I think you can stand up and be counted and say for $30, the city can put into their budget a stop sign for this guy, a pair of 2. Yeah. So if you have another crossing guard, I think you're right. Yeah. He's too affable. He's being too affable and losing sight of the main duty.
Thank you. We're not there to dilly-dally. We're not there to chit-chat. We're not there to, look, I get it that you get to like hit on every hot mom who like walks their kid to school, but like this isn't, I'm sorry, Grandpa, this is not why you're here. You are here to make sure little Sally doesn't get hit by a literal bus, okay? And when I'm trying to cross the street to drop off my little Sally, don't give me literal mixed signals.
Mixed signals. He's got the one job that cannot have mixed signals.
Yes.
That
right.
Maybe
we replaced you with literal stop signs. Like read the room, man. Yeah. Like you're this close to getting replaced by a Waymo.
He's probably there. I gotta imagine he's there for insurance reasons. Like most private security, it's just to show the insurance company and the lawyers we tried. So I think that's probably the genesis of crossing guards. Now, see, he's probably a volunteer because the job I applied for was a city job that was under a division of the Burbank Police Department. So I got the sense he might be a volunteer, which made more reason to have proper trading, and a stop sign, and a handheld stop sign. We got to get this.
I'm pretty sure this guy is receiving my tax dollars, Ken. I'm pretty sure this is a paid county individual.
I think.
Yeah,
there's some real answers here. You can go talk to the school admin and so you can talk to him. Yeah, I think that's the only crossing guard history Alexis job. I think generally, I was actually when I got hired to be a crossing guard, I was getting ready. They were like, hey, we're going to move you forward. You're going to go to the training, and then you get assigned to an intersection in Burbank. And I was like kind of excited. It was just weird hours, and it wasn't going to be enough money to make it was going to take away from other time. But I was looking forward to it because I wanted to be that affable guy. I like, hey, what's up, little Jimmy? Hey, Sally. I could do that. But yeah, you got to whistle, stop sign, clear. You got to be authoritative. Yeah. He's not being authoritative, and it's dangerous. Steve, you're right.
Your hands mean something when you're a crossing guard.
Absolutely.
Like, don't abuse that power.
Kyle says Steve throwing the crossing guard under the school bus. Literally.
I would if I could.
Literally.
Would if I could.
All right. Well, Steve, you're validated. Your rant is validated.
Thank you.
We have solutions.
I'm glad. I knew this was a safe place. I knew I could come here and I'm going to walk out of my office.
It could have gone
30 minutes, and my wife is going to be like, "You're a crazy person. I heard you yelling about a crossing guard. What is going on?" Because I told her the story at dinner, and
Kids
she was
safety.
Like, "Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said." I said, "Oh, good."
But there you go. We got the answer. You go to city council. You pay for your own. Just show up. Hey, can you reimburse me?
I'm going to bring
I
a
got
camera.
the guy one.
We'll do a blathering documentary on. We'll do like a hard hitting journalism.
Get the city footage, and we can go viral with that. Be one of those folks that shows up at city council or the.
You and I will do an interview on Fox News with Jesse Waters.
Yeah, Jesse Waters will be like that. Jesse Waters will be like, "What? This woke DEI crossing guard."
Was
this
she hot?
Old man. Yeah. All right, Kingsport Cal's going to close out the show. Cal, how you doing? And where have you had intercourse?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
You're on the air. You're on the air, buddy.
All right. Well, first of all, I just want to tell you, congratulations on 300.
300 episodes.
Thank you.
Actually
committed to something for one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we all know what happened to 20 minutes of coffee. I'll just say. Anyway.
The what? Oh, the 20 minutes of coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want from
Monday morning show?
What do you want from me? You got the Monday morning show. I don't want to wake up anymore. I didn't like. For you, Cal, I'll try to do a morning show once a month. How about that?
I highly doubt that.
Don't guilt me.
But I do think the Monday morning show is cool, even though you do it on Sunday night most of the times, or y'all.
I got to get it ahead for the Patreon supporters and the YouTube channel members, and I don't like waking up too early.
But the Monday morning show is always one of my favorites because I forget that you do it. I forget about it until Monday morning, or sometimes I'll be at work and I'll get a notification for it Sunday
I appreciate
night.
that. Thank you, Cal. Thank
you. But yes, it's great.
Okay.
But yes, kid, you started this with a lick and a promise, and it's still going, and I think that's a good thing. You got Steve here. You got. I know you want to build more rapidly, but look what you accomplished in what. Well, Cal,
what's the question? What's the question? You're on a radio show. What's the question?
Is he accepting an award? I don't know what's happening.
Here's the thing. Every time people call, they get to say tell stories, do what have you. When I call, this is the same thing I talked about like a year or two ago. I get rushed into saying the question.
Yeah.
I'd also like to sing. I also like to do my own.
You're welcome to audition. You're welcome to audition. You're welcome to audition. What we need to do is we need to get you a plug-in microphone to your laptop. You sound good, but you're always a little loud, so that could help slow the calls down a bit. Can we get you a USB mic?
I mean, when you say can we get you, I assume that you mean can I go buy a
message me in Discord. I've got one in my drawer. I will send it to you right now. It's a decent extra one.
So you can audition. I hope you sing some Blvd DeVoe song to audition or something for Freedom 250. First of all, I'm gonna have a question for you, Cal. What do you think of Steve's accusation that you don't go to bookstores to make whoopee?
Oh no! Oh, in regards to that, no, I love a good bookstore. There's one in Johnson City called Mr. K's. It's a used bookstore. And they the smell in there is incredible. Just the smell of old books. I love
old musty books. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
It's not
anyway,
Barnes and Noble for the record. I said Cal when the kind of guy that strikes me as the kind of guy who hangs out in a Barnes and Noble. That's like saying that's like Cal's like saying I like going to thrift shops, and you're accusing me of saying he likes going to Walmart. You know what I mean? It's
agree
not,
with that. I stand corrected.
So
on
that's
that.
my
Steve's right about that.
I'm not trying to call Cal dumb.
Steve, or excuse me, Cal. What's your name, Cal? So you do go to bookstores just not to make whoopee.
No, but the when I worked at I was just going to tell you when I worked at Texas Roadhouse, I did get a little too crazy in a meat locker because we had to have a privacy.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Too cold.
Hold on, yeah.
It wasn't cold, Steve. It was
okay. Hold on.
We're doing
so I without getting me banned on YouTube or taking it too far. You're telling me that you had some sort of activity of a sexual nature in the Texas Roadhouse meat locker.
Yeah.
Cal, how did you pull that off? That's, as Steve pointed out, is cold, and things happen when things get cold.
Well, in the meat locker in almost any major franchise restaurant, nobody's supposed to go into it unless you have the authority or what have you to go into the meat locker because that's where they keep the high priced meat.
Okay. Did you have the authority to stoop in the meat locker?
Well, not to do that, but I could go into the meat locker. But anyway, so yeah. I mean, it's self-explanatory. Me and the waitress went into the meat locker. We fancied each other, and it was like
you fancied each other.
Called?
Okay.
5 minutes in heaven or whatever you used to play when you was a kid.
7 minutes in the closet or 5 minutes. Yeah, okay.
7 minutes in the meat locker. All right,
okay.
I mean,
7 minutes of meat. What? Okay. Now, first of all, you, as you said, this was consensual because you said you both fancied each other. So let's just get that clear. And I don't suggest anyone try this at work without full consent.
I do.
I'm just trying to legally make us, morally stand here, morally stand upright. But Cal, so when this happened the first time, what was there some sort of like wink and a nod, or you're like, hey, I heard you ran out of meat. Would you like to go to the meat locker to get some meat? Like, what was the clue?
No. At that point in time, we were doing, which I do not recommend to anybody, is a relationship within people that you work with. And that was going on, and she didn't have any tables. And if you ever waited tables in your life, anybody out there, then you know what that means. She didn't have any tables, and it was kind of a low moment.
Sure, a lull in work.
A lull in work, and we just snuck in there and got a little almost to the point. It got too crazy. I wasn't the only one initiating this. Okay, and it got a little bit. It came close to getting too much out of hand.
Hold on. You didn't answer my question. What was like a third base coach given the sign to steal? What was the words or the moment that had like you met in the meat locker?
No. We were outside smoking cigarettes. Okay, and there was nobody else out on the back dock.
Okay.
And it got a little heavy, and there's cameras. Well, at that time, there was cameras out there on the back dock. So we just moved it to the meat locker.
I understand what hold on. I understand what you're saying there. I understand what you're saying there. But you and your storytelling, if I'm a lawyer or I'm a detective, I'm like, all right, so you're out on the back dock smoking cigarettes. Look at that. My cigarette came apart. And then you jumped to it got heavy. So do you both put down your tar sticks and started smooching? Was that how it started?
Yes. What do you expect? I mean, actually cigarettes were still in hand, but as being a smoker, were still in hand. They were just taking a pause.
Cigarettes were still in hand, and you're okay. All right, this is great. We're piecing. We are, Steve. You and I are good cop, bad cop. We're like detectives here. All right, so you're out back. You had been flirting, the tension been building. You're both smoking cigarettes, and that's definitely when I want to kiss somebody. And you guys started making out, And then you knew there was cameras. Smart. Like I said earlier, as a security director, I've seen many people do things they think is done in private and not even intentionally. Just like we're like, oh, that's happening right there. Okay. So how did you end up in the meat locker of all the places?
Well, Ken, it's very easy. We at this point, me and her had already had a relationship. Okay. So we were outside smoking, and there was a bunch of people out there on the back dock. Everybody dissipated, went back to work like they supposed to.
Like they're supposed to. Okay.
Yes. Me and her were still out there finishing our cigarette.
Okay.
And we just took the advantage of the alone time. We got a little bit too heated during that moment out there on the back dock by ourselves.
I've been there. Okay.
He went into the meat locker and continued what was already brewed.
Okay. Steve.
And it got a little bit too close. And I had to break it off because we both had to get back to work.
Okay, first of all, I have Steve. If you have any questions, jump in here. But again,
I have so many questions. None of them
of all the options, why and how did you end up in the meat locker? Was there a storage
I just
pantry?
told you because of the privacy. We left.
That's the only spot. So the answer is that's the only spot with no cameras.
Well, we could have went to the dry stock area. That was the cameras there, but there's less chance of somebody opening a meat locker and coming in.
I got it. Because you said earlier, only people with the proper authority can go in the meat locker. Were you the only person on duty with the authority?
Actually, no, at that time I was not. But the chances of that happening were very slim. Even if it did, that person would not have snitched on me. Or her, for that matter.
Okay.
You cannot have sex in the meat locker if you're the only person with authority to the meat locker, because now we're entering into a whole like coercion and like power dynamics at work kind of a thing. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful about those kinds of things, Cal. You know what I mean?
I'm the only one with access.
This was years ago.
Okay. Hey, Cal.
That I done.
Okay, Cal, hold on here.
And so does she.
Okay, so Cal, final big question for me, and then we can start to get into your audition for Freedom 250.
Oh yeah,
because it's 6:30. I have to go to a drag show very soon.
Oh, those are the best.
They're fun. Happy Pride Month again. All right, so Cal, you two stooped in the meat locker. Did you do it? Hold on. Did you do it on or near the meat that was to be consumed by the customers of this said Texas Roadhouse?
Gives a whole new meaning to prime rib, if you know what I mean.
like I said, it started to get a little too much out of hand.
Not answering the question.
I got it. Okay, was we around meat that was encased in cardboard boxes? Maybe. There wasn't nothing exposed to air or anything like that.
Did you do it next to the hanging hooks of meat, or was it next to like packaged burgers? We want details, Cal.
Yeah. I can't remember, but what meat, specific meat? Jesus Christ! You think I was thinking about that at that time?
You should have been.
You should have been. Good looking ribeye. That helped me get there. If you know what I mean.
Should have been. If you're stupid in your restaurant's meat locker, you got to think. Right. It's probably best. I don't screw near the sausages or something.
I've said this numerous times. It escalated more so from the back dock when we were in the meat locker to where I had to put a stop to it. Okay.
What a gentleman.
I had to put a stop.
What a gentleman, Steve. He says,
but that doesn't mean it didn't happen later.
We can't be doing this. We can't be doing this. I just accidentally fucked a pork rind. Like, okay. Yeah, good job, Cal. You saved Texas Roadhouse's integrity there.
One of the things I do is when I work, I'll work. Besides that one is, well, that happened multiple times, but not to that extent. Not to that extent. But I do pride myself as being diligent in my work, and yes. Okay. So that was just me being human, Ken. I had to, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not judging you, okay? I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you, Cal. It's just you can't come in here and suddenly say, yeah, I boned in the meat locker of my restaurant.
I came very close.
Very close. But close enough. I'm not talking about completion. I'm talking about you were in a meat locker.
McClunky is right. Erotica's having a moment right now, Cal. You need to write a steamy novel and get on that audiobook app where people like you can like read like smut to middle-aged soccer moms.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm sorry that I shared the story since y'all asked.
Cal,
that's something that happened when I was like 22.
Don't have to ask me for.
I mean, come on.
Okay. Look, you shared.
I would have been so much better if he was like, "This was 2 weeks ago, Ken."
Quite frankly, I expected it to be this morning. I just know he doesn't work at Texas Roadhouse right now. All right, Cal, would you like to audition for Freedom 250? They're in the need of musical recording.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, take it home. What do you got? What are you going to be performing?
All right. I'm going to do, so somebody said it in the chat. I can't remember who it was, but somebody put Cocaine Blue.
Cocaine
Johnny
Blue.
Cash.
Love this. Okay. Performing Cocaine Blues by Johnny Cash, auditioning for Freedom 250 is Kingsport, Cal.
Early one morning while making the rounds, I took a shot of cocaine and I shot my woman down. I went right home and I went to bed. I stuck that bub in 44 beneath my head. Don't early next morning, I'll grab that gun. Took a shot of cocaine and away I run. I ran too slow. As I ran too slow, they overtook me down in Morris, Mexico. I fucked up at the end, but that
you nailed it.
You're like the car driver in Love Actually, driving Hugh Grant around, who suddenly bursts out the great vocals. Cal, you're going through to DC. Steve, any thoughts or votes there for you?
I would have followed Cal right into the meat locker after hearing that. No questions asked.
And Cal, the audience is the final judge, since you are our judge, and it looks like everyone's voting. You're going to DC.
Well, good. But Ken, I'll let you go do whatever you're going to do. What debauchery you have planned. Hopefully, you don't wake up in the meat locker.
I'm not.
But yes, I know you're not. But take Taffy with you. And
I will.
I do. I think I've talked about this before on here. I love a good jacket. I do. But anyway,
I don't even know what you're saying at this point. Okay. Cal, I appreciate it. I'm gonna have a good time tonight. I'll post some pictures on Discord if I can. That was great. That was great vocals. That was a great call. Home run of the call, Cal. Home run of the call.
All right. I'll see y'all.
Kingsport Cal, taking it home. Well, remember I said, Steve, before we got on air, hey, well, maybe we could do about an hour tonight. We are 6:32 past the hour. But a great episode. Thank you for watching. I had some more people pop in tonight. This is the Blathering Live. I'm Ken Napzok. That's producer Steve. This show is about our community. It's about the people calling in. Wild, crazy, sometimes serious, sometimes poignant. We have a lot of fun around here. Be part of the fun. You can support by becoming a YouTube channel member. Get the right to call in. You can also support on Patreon at patreon.com/KenNapzok. Get things early and call in as well. And don't forget, through those two places, you get the voice mail box link. Producer Steve will be pulling the calls so we can play them Thursdays or Saturday's show. I think that's about all the business, Steve. Yeah?
Business is good, Ken. Business is good. Fun show. Yeah, you need to just stop saying it's going to be every time you do that. We go for at least an hour and a half. So next time, just keep it to yourself and let it ride.
Franny's upset at me. Franny is upset at me. A lot of fun. Thank you all. Great time. Appreciate you all. Let's do it again soon. All right. Bye.